Hi everyone and welcome to my channel, and today we're doing Theme Thursday, which this week is hoodies or unicorns and dragons. I don't have any dragons and I should be ashamed because I'm Welsh, but I couldn't see a dragon on anything anywhere. I did used to have a red dragon teddy, but I think it must be boxed away somewhere. Couldn't find anything with a dragon on, so that's going to have to change, isn't it? I have to change that. I should be ashamed of myself. So I'm starting today with Tristan because he just looks so sweet laid there. I do like this outfit on him, and he's wearing a little grey and white striped hat from H&M. He's wearing a grey and white, well, it's got grey and white sleeves that's striped. It's probably, oh sorry if my you can hear my tummy rumbling. Like it would be ivory, won't it, to match that? Ivory and white, and the hood is the same, striped, with the grey bands at the wrist and the neck. And then on the body part is all ivory, and on the front he's got a moon and stars, and then looking like it's been orbiting around the stars, and coming up there says, "Mummy says I'm out of this world," which of course he is because he's my favourite. And then down here is a little applique robot, and when you open up this little door on the front, inside you can see all his cogs. Much like my head most probably. And of course he has his little comforter as always with his name on. There you go, so he's looking really sweet. He looks really nice laid there actually, doesn't he? That outfit looks nice on him, and with the blue backdrop from the nursing pillow and the cream blanket. Another thing I'm going to do today as well is Mia from Wishes and Wonders Nursery's tag. I was tagged by Maribet Robles. It's a too much information tag, and thank you Maribet. It's great to be able to do this. I really enjoyed your answers, so pop along and see Maribet. I'll put her channel link underneath mine when I put the video up. Is that I'm reading? I can't resist, can I? Tension of a gnat. Honestly, it's terrible. I can see the first question coming up, and my writing these days is terrible. So I'm trying to sort of like talk nicely to you and then prepare myself to struggle with my own writing. So I'm going to get straight into it because the way I talk will be here till next week anyway. So the first one is number 1. Do you ever dance while driving or as a passenger in a car? No. Dancing's not my forte, never has been. I have no rhythm. I am clumsy. Well, I have hypermobility, so it makes you clumsy, and your spatial awareness is rubbish and all that kind of thing. But I have no rhythm, no bend, no movement, never have done. And these days it's even worse because I've got hypermobility, osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis, so I don't really bounce very well anymore. But I will sing in the car if I'm on my own, a little bit, if I think no one's looking. But mostly I just used to like to turn it up quite loud and probably drive slightly too fast. But that was me. Muse playing out full blast, or Cars or something like that. I would, what they call, not Cars, what they call, I'll remember in a minute. I've got to that age now where things go away, and if you don't think about it, they come back in a few minutes. And I'm trying to think of the group now. It's not the Cars. This is the song, I think. It's not the other thing. Right. Number 2. I am blank feet tall. I am 5'2" and a half. The half is very important when you're small. I used to always be 5'1 and a half. So it must be something to do with my inflammation levels or something. I don't know. But one day I went to hospital and she said, "Oh, 5'2", and wrote it down. I said, "No, I'm 5'1 and a half. I've always been 5'1 and a half ever since I stopped growing." And she said, "Well, you're not. You're an inch taller now." So I don't know how that happened, but I've gained an inch. So there you go. So I'm 5'2 and a half. And then number 3, I have blank tattoos. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 tattoos. I have 4 tattoos. I have a heart. I have hubby's name in Chinese. I have a yellow rose, my favourite flower, on my chest, and I have a butterfly because I love butterflies on my shoulder. I did want a few more, but I've been banned. My son Tom was like, "No more, Mum, please, no more." Hubby's like, "Nope, that ain't happening." But also, I would still go and do them anyway if I wanted to. But I have medication now that takes my immune system down. I'm immune suppressed, so I can't actually have tattoos anymore, which might be a good job. Otherwise, I look like Patrick Quilt. I hate to admit it. I hate to admit this. That's number 4. Did I say number 4? Number 4. Hang on, let me cross these off because otherwise my attention deficit is going to start kicking in. Number 4. I have to admit this, but oh God, my writing's awful. How bad is this? This is my own writing. I hate to admit this, but lately I've been binge watching blank. I've been binge watching. What have I been binge watching? The Tudors. Documentary on the Tudors with that pretty historian lady. I've forgotten her name, with the long curly blonde hair. I was watching the Tudors, and then I watched the Stuarts after that. That was quite interesting. I loved that because I love history. What is your zodiac sign? I'm Aquarius. I usually spend blank minutes in the shower. It's about 15, because by the time I get in and get organised, and I've got to get my step to get in there, and I've got a chair and all that kind of thing, it takes me a little while. But it's about 15 minutes, but it could be a lot longer. It depends how thorough I want to be. But I do take a little while. Where's the rest of my thing? I've missed a page. Right. Number 7. I was recently insulted when... Actually, I was recently insulted when I went to rheumatology. I come away... I nearly walked out of the appointment. And I had a rush appointment, so I went to see the rheumatology nurse. And she was rude. And I didn't like her. She wasn't listening to anything I said. She wasn't interested in anything I said. She doubted everything I said. And then she made comments like, I said about my hands being swollen, and I said, because you know me, chatting away. So I said, because my hands are, I'm chubby, people assume that's why my hands are so chubby. But I said, it's not this swollen. And she said, well, I wasn't going to say anything. And I thought, right, you're off my Christmas list. You're getting a piece of coal. So I did feel insulted, and I nearly walked out. But I knew that if I walked out, I wouldn't get my scans. I wouldn't get to see the rheumatologist next time for my, and I'm hoping to talk to her. Otherwise, I'm going somewhere else. And that's it. Dirty jokes make me uncomfortable, laugh. Other, choose one. I can't really choose one because it depends what it is. It depends how rude it is. If it's really debasing and awful and I don't like it, I have to get the joke in the first place, because I'm always the last one in the room to get the joke. And even then, sometimes I laugh and I haven't got it. I'm not very good with jokes. So I don't know. But as long as it's, fun one, and it's not, I don't mind. Anything makes me laugh. Because you just laugh, don't you? It's got nothing to do with what your mind is like. Well, it does. But I don't mind a dirty joke. But, obviously, there's limits on everything in there. And also, I've got to get it. Number 9. I am choose a hugger, hug and kisser, or non-hugger. I am a hugger. I hug, but I hug people that I love. So if I hug you, I love you, or I'm really fond of you, or something like that, or we have a close relationship. I try and hug and kiss my children. Some won't let you, will they? But my son is really good, the youngest one, Tom. It's his birthday today, actually. Happy birthday, son. Love you millions. It was a day like this when he was born, all nice and sunny, and a nice one of those nice low sun wintry days. No, I will hug and kiss my children. And I do like to hug friends and that kind of thing. I don't kiss my friends. It would actually, like say it was something really special, and they might get a peck on the cheek. But my family are all non-huggers and non-I love yous. It'd be more like, go and play somewhere and get out of my way. But I do like to hug. It's nice. So I'm a hugger. I'm a big softie, really. Something is my favourite piece of jewellery because, well, as I was saying the other day, all my jewellery means something. Everything was a gift or is something special. So it would have to be my ring. I would be lost without that on. And the other one I really, really like is this bracelet that my mum got me. She bought one for me and one for my sister and one for herself. And we all had a bracelet the same. And I didn't actually wear it for years because for one reason I used to always wear gold, but I've developed a bit of an allergy now, yellow gold. And the other thing was my sister, because she was always full of her own self-importance. And instead of saying anything, she said, "Oh yes, well, I picked that one. I thought that one would be nice for you," and all this. And I thought, well, I thought it was from Mum. Well, she said, "Yeah, but we were together," and it sort of spoilt it, and I didn't want to wear it. And then Mum would ask me what it was then, and I'd say, "Well, I'm wearing gold at the moment, or it's put away safe or something," but she wasn't very happy about it. So that's that one. The last book I enjoyed was The Anti-Inflammatory Diet. Genuinely, that's the last book I read, and I enjoyed it because it was really interesting. The last book I enjoyed was The Anti-Inflammatory Diet, because I don't actually really read books anymore. I can't hold them for a start off. Holding this little book now is killing my hands. So things actually if I wanted to read a book, I'd have to have it on the table and put it flat in front of me and sit and read it. So I tend to look online. Number 12, I typically eat dinner at something o'clock. I usually have dinner, well, tea as I call it, at 5-ish, because I've got a hiatus hernia, and I've got to I can't eat for can't sleep for 3 hours after I've eaten, so you have to be propped up. But then I'm asleep by 7 o'clock, so and I sleep on the recliner in the living room. I don't sleep in a bed because of my back. So at the moment I'm sleeping on there until I get my bed off the OT. But I sleep in there. So, but we started having tea at 5 o'clock because of that, and because of taking medication. So it just works out okay. Ever lie about your weight? Why bother asking? Yes, of course. Night owl or early bird? Actually, even though I say I go to sleep at 7 o'clock and that kind of thing, that's all actually down to my illnesses. Before I was so poorly, night owl definitely. I'd much be happier going to bed at 1 o'clock or so in the morning and getting up, say 10 o'clock, rather than going to bed at 9 o'clock and getting up at 6 o'clock, or 10 o'clock and getting up at 6 o'clock. It always used to make me feel befuddled and all over the place, foggy brained. But if I stayed up later, I would get up in the morning, I'd be fine. So I'm definitely a night owl. But at the moment, I'm an early bird and an early bird. And then I think number 15 is the last one. I hope I've got more now. My go-to Christmas movie is easy, Santa Claus the movie, the one with Dudley Moore in, and when they get lost in the snow and then they turn to Santa. And the other one with, what's his name? Where Santa falls off the roof and he has to become Santa, and there's 3 of them. Every single Christmas watch those. Love them. And you've got to watch Santa Claus the movie. There's 2 things that says it's Christmas. Santa Claus the movie, sitting and watching that. Jack Frost. Absolutely love Jack Frost. Makes me cry still. But I used to love it, and I used to watch that with Jade, my granddaughter. And I love Fleetwood Mac, and it's got Landslide on there, and I absolutely love Landslide. If I start playing my Fleetwood Mac, I could play Landslide over and over and over again. That's going on my funeral list. That's going played at my funeral for the grandkids. So that's that. I've done that, and that's it. So I think I did okay. I'll listen to it back in a minute. But I hope that was interesting for you. I hope I got them all right. I'm definitely going to try and find a different pen to write things with so I can read it better. And I better add, because I just bought a journal. It arrived today and it's absolutely beautiful. I'll show you when I get the next baby out. And it's really nice. I'm going to write in it. And I've always wanted to have a journal. And I have started one on and off through the years. When I was in my 20s, I read about this. Well, it was the Woman's Journal. It was like a lady from Victorian times. It wasn't like the Country Diary, Edwardian lady, or that one. It was another one, and it was where it was chatting about this lady and her life and showing excerpts from her diary. And because it was like 100 years old or whatever, it was really, really interesting, and interesting how they lived and that kind of thing. And I thought, oh, I want to do that. I'd never done that before. But when you have got like young kids, and I always had the 4 kids to myself all week, because hubby always worked away, my first husband. He always worked away, so And then later on I was a single parent, and then I was working. When I married again, I was working and all this sort of thing. So I never really had time. And when I have started one, I've never stuck to it. So I'm thinking about doing it. So I need to find an ergonomic pen. I need to find an ergonomic pen, or a nice fat pen, so that I can write a little bit at a time. And maybe the exercise and starting to do a little bit of writing might help rather than hinder. I mean, the OT said to do the, pick up the knitting again and that kind of thing. And I've been trying, but I can't sit still for very long, because either I get bored, or I fall asleep, or I start getting, oh, Lexi, quiet, or I start getting restless legs. So it's been a bit of a malfunction at the moment, which I'm slightly disappointed about, because I went and bought myself a little stash of wool and some patterns and everything, and had all these ideas of knitting all these things, and it hasn't come to fruition at the moment. But I'm working on all these things. I'm working on it. So there you go. So that was quite a ramble, wasn't it? So there you go. There's Tristan, looking amazing. I really like him in that outfit. I'll take some photos in a minute. And there you go. So who's next? I think it's the big ones now, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's Jameson next. Yeah, so there you go. And here we have little Scarlett, looking so sweet. This little sleep suit is in a lovely aqua colour, and on the front it's got it hasn't got the little fixed on mittens, where you fold it over, but it's got this cute little picot edging all the way along, like embroidered edging. It's really nice. That's around the neck as well, and down the front along the poppers. And then on the baby girl itself, she's got embroidered and appliqued pink cloud with little gold tears, it looks like, and a rainbow. I suppose we'll see raindrops in it because it's a rainbow. Then we've got the unicorn, and she's embroidered and applique. She's got gorgeous gold mane and gold on her wings, and gold horn. And then you got a little cupcake, and there's lots of little touches of gold thread and everything. It's really nice. Then you've got a little cat with a party hat on and little gold cheeks, and a little dog like Lexi with little pink ears, and a little gold hat with a pink top on it. And she looks really sweet, doesn't she? That was I bought that for Ruben when he was Alice, for for Tegan's 7th birthday. She's 9 now, she's 10 in March, but she was having a unicorn party, and I was browsing around on Amazon and I saw this. It's actually a Debenhams sleep suit, but they were selling it for $5.99, including Prime delivery, and I thought, oh, that's so sweet. It's a really nice sleep suit anyway. I love the colour and everything, and I put it on Ruben when he was Alice for Tegan's birthday. It didn't take him over or anything like that, but I just thought it was fun because I saw the baby grow. And she's wearing a little cream cotton hat from Baby Prem on eBay, which has got a little knot in the top as always. Well, I get them if I can with a knot in the top. And it's just been useful to go with so many costumes. And I left her little pink scratch mittens on. I didn't want to put white and then have a cream hat. I just thought that the pink might look better. Looking at it now, I thought, I wish I put the white on, but it's not a huge problem, is it? The pink is always good. I love pink, it's my favourite colour. So there you go. There's Scarlett, all ready for Theme Thursday. And here we have, I've got to be careful I don't say Tristan now, because he's got Tristan's top on. Oh, here we have Ruben, looking really sweet. He hasn't worn this top before. But the boys are all in hoodies today, so he has to roll with it because he doesn't have a little hoodie of his own, bless him. This is quite big, but it's nice. It's still nice. Reminds you of those times you go out with the kids and then you stick one of your big jumpers or hoodie or something on them when it gets cold in the evening, and they're walking around with their sleeves hanging out, or else they're rolled right up with their little hands hanging out. You know, that kind of a thing? Reminds you of that today because he's got his sleeves rolled back. But he's wearing these little white socks. They're from eBay. And he's wearing the grey jogging bottoms that I've had for ages. Same as when Tristan comes on, he'll have his on. I've had for ages, probably 3 or 4 years. Probably had those tracksuit bottoms now, so they were good value. I think those ones he's got on were originally from Asda, Georgia Asda. And then the top he's wearing is a hoodie. It's in a cotton. It's in a lovely sage green with like little stripes on there. So you've got the little stripe is 2, and it looks really sweet. And then on the front you've got all little woodland animals. I still don't know what that is. I'm assuming it must be some kind of a badger, but there's a badger there, so I don't know what it is. He's got his little net, so he's going in the water, wherever it is. Then the other side's got an appliqué raccoon, and then this side has got a badger, and he's got the little flap that opens up and says hi. So he's saying hi to you from his tummy. There you go. And then in a goldy yellow embroidery it says the best adventure yet. And even though that exclamation mark is upside down, doesn't look like an eye, but every time I glance through it I always want to say Yeti for some reason. But he's looking really sweet. I didn't brush his hair, I just thought he looked nice, sort of relaxed and not too fussed this morning. Other times I like it when I've brushed it all and he looks all smart and gorgeous. Looks really sweet. So there's Reuben. And turn that way a little bit so you can see him a little bit better. There you go, that's a bit better, isn't it? There, looks really sweet in that colour, doesn't it? I like that. I don't think they do it in first size though. I think they do it in 0 to 3. So I'll have to have a look. But it's annoying actually because the clothes in nursery are such good value. But a lot of the things are first size, and the things you want are never in first size. And another thing I noticed, we were looking at leggings and things yesterday, and the leggings are absolutely fine, but the tops at first size were huge. They were more like 0 to 3, and they had first size in there, so you'd have like the leggings would be fine, but the tops would be like floating around like dresses. So it's like, oh, just annoying. Not important, but annoying, especially if you see something you really like and you're like, oh my goodness, that's just going to float all around Scarlett or any of the other babies. It's not going to be any good. But the leggings are nice. They would be ideal. So there you are. You have Reuben and a little huff from Lexi setting herself down on the floor. Bless her. There you go. And here he is, my beautiful boy, Jameson David, and his little stripy hoodie with all his clothes all of a mess underneath. He's got a little top on, and underneath there, and it says superhero. I got it from Children's Outlet. I've forgotten who the make is though, or what the make is. But this stripy hoodie is from H&M. The little top underneath is from something called Snuglobe or something like that, and it says superhero. Isn't that sweet? And then he's got his navy tracksuit bottoms on from Georgia Asda, which have a little digger on the side, little white digger. You look up at us? Yeah? Here he is. Let's turn it up a little bit and then see if we can bring him out a little bit. There you go, so you can see him a little bit better. And all his lovely blondness. That's going to be the last one for Theme Thursday today, because I'm struggling a bit today. But I thought I would show you before I go my journal. Now you could use, see, let's see, actually I might just put him back out again so that I can put it up in front there a bit better. That's what it is. It says it's leather. I don't know. It does smell like leather actually. And on the front is etched a beautiful, I love butterflies. So you've got a little butterfly charm, and then you've got this lovely long dress like a ball gown or a wedding dress or something, and it's all made of butterflies. And then you've got the beautiful lady at the top, and she's blowing butterflies. Look, they're all going out from her hand, and then there, and then when you put that around, I probably shouldn't have done it like that, her hand joins again, look, and you've got the thing there, and around there is a tie, and you simply just undo that and you open it up, and this is wonderfully soft. It's really nice. And then when you open it inside, it's got, I'll clean that off because it's just where it's new, but you've got all this like parchment type paper. But the added bonus is you've got this, so you could actually even use it for like a filofax, they still call them that, or you can add pages to it, change pages, all sorts of things. It's absolutely lovely. So I'm gonna have a play with that later, see if I can find a more ergonomic pen. But I thought it was really lovely. I've wanted one of these for a long time. I didn't know what I was going to write in it or use it for, but I am paper mad. Anything paper. Love anything paper. If someone, like sometimes the girls will buy me, my girls will buy me one of the graphic 45 pads for Christmas or something, because they're expensive, aren't they? And there you go. Isn't that just wonderful? You just want to touch it, don't you, and just look at it. And it's a shame I can't do calligraphy. That would be really nice, wouldn't it, to put some lovely things in there. But I've been using this pen, which is quite wide, but the nib isn't rolling so well. It's like the nib is scratchy, so I'm struggling with it, even though the actual pen itself is wonderful for, you know, problems with your hands. But like this is one of my things I have around. Look, things I need to remember. But the only trouble with that is you have to remember to write in it, and you have to remember to look in it, don't you? So I've got all sorts in here. I've got the reborn days of the week, because otherwise I wouldn't remember. And so just so I can look at it quickly and think to myself, oh, I know what we're doing today. And especially if I've got a brain fog day. And then I've got bills, the tags, because I'm going to do another tag in a minute. And I've got the measurements for a gift bag, for making a gift bag. All sorts of things in there, but it's really handy. It's a shame you can't refill them though, because I do like that design on the front. My granddaughter Jade would love that, because she's into all the Indian designs, and she absolutely loves elephants. Really loves elephants. So that's those. A little bit of nonsense just to show you. So there you go. So they look wonderful. It looks really nice. I think I've managed not to say the A word, haven't I? All the way through. But he's looking really lovely. So there we go. So that's our theme Thursday. And the tag from Mia at Wishes and Wonders Nursery. And I was tagged by Maribet Robles. So pop along and see Maribet's channel. She's a really nice lady, and she's got some beautiful babies. And I'm sure you'll enjoy it and want to stop and subscribe and visit. So thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful day. And I'm going to go and do whatever I like today. I've got a day off today, not doing anything. Monday and Tuesday we had the grandchildren. Wednesday I went shopping. Thursday today we normally go shopping, but I'm home, so I'm chilling. And then tomorrow, excuse me, I'm over to visit with my daughter, because it's my grandson's 4th birthday. And then Saturday and Sunday I'm just going to collapse again and do whatever I like before starting all over again, just like everyone else. So there you go. So I'm off to chill now, and I shall see you later. Take care. Bye for now. Look after yourselves. Bye.